Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. This is Wahid Noor, Assistant Teacher of Islamic Studies of National Ideal English Version School, Deshift. Today I am going to take the class of Islamic Studies for the students of class 5. Today our topic is Etiquettes of the Mosque and Sawm from chapter 2. Dear students, one by one I will discuss at first etiquettes of the mosque and then Sawm. First of all, there is the Arabic term of etiquettes of the mosque. It is called in Arabic Adabul Masajid. Adabul Masajid. Adabun means etiquettes and Masajid is a plural form of masjid. And a lot of mosques in our country, in our world, that's why it's masajid. So adabul masajid means etiquettes of the mosque. And then the word meaning of the masjid is the place for sajda. And then the definition, what is called masjid, what is called mosque? The place which is designated as a place of worship is called a masjid. Dear students, now you can ask me, sir, the word meaning of masjid is the place for sajda. So we are performing the sajda at home, that's also called masjid. No, which are designed for worshipping and fixed places for performing the prayer and related another religious activities, that's called mosque, that's called masjid. Well, now I will discuss what is called Baitullah. There is the definition. Dear students, every day Muslims are performing, every day 5 times they are going to the mosque and performing the prayer 5 times with congregation, and they are performing another ibadats and related religious activities. That's why mosques are called Baitullah, and Baitullah means the house of Allah. Bait means house and there is Allah. So Baitullah means house of Allah. That definition I written here. Okay, then another, mosque is the most favorite place to Allah on the earth. And then the number of mosques in Bangladesh is more than 2 lakhs. Dhaka is called the city of mosque. Dear students, this was the important information about the mosque, and all I collected from your book. And then there are 3 dignified mosques in the world. You know, Masjidul Haram, Masjid-e Nabawi and Masjidul Aqsa. And you can get the question why these 3 mosques are dignified in the world. I have shown there why these 3 mosques dignified. First one is mosque's name, 3 mosques name, Masjidul Haram, and then the place's name at Makkah, and then Masjid Nabawi at Medina, and then Masjidul Aqsa at Jerusalem. Jerusalem is situated in the Philistine. And dignity is, I have shown there. Dear students, remember, if you perform 1 rakat prayer in the Masjidul Haram, you will get equal to 1 lakh rakats prayer which you perform in another mosque. And then if you perform the 1 rakat prayer in the Masjid-e Nabawi, you will get 50,000 rakats, equal to 50,000 rakats prayer in the other mosques. And if you perform the 1 rakat prayer in the Masjidul Aqsa, you will get 25,000 rakats equal to in another mosque. So this is the dignity of the mosque I have shown there. And this is not in your book, but I written there for your betterment. Now the etiquettes of mosque, when you are entering the mosque, what should you do and what shouldn't you do, I written there. Number 1 is entering the mosque neat and clean and with pure mind. Dear students, when you will being neat and clean, automatically your mind will be pure. And then number 2, saying the entering dua, and you know, Allahumma ftahli abwaab rahmatika. This is the dua, entering dua of the mosque. And then number 3, not uttering any unnecessary words or not to make any noise in the mosque. Remember, many of the peoples, they are they think that place for the gossiping, and those are sitting behind the mosque, I mean last row, they are talking with each other. It's not allowed. If you need to talk any of the necessary words, you can say, but in low voice. Okay, now number 4, not to make any movement in front of a musalli while performing salat. It means when any of the person are performing the salat, you cannot cross in front of him. So, and you cannot movement unnecessarily. So remember this. And now number 5, saying the leaving dua, I mean when you are coming out from the mosque, you will say this dua, Allahumma inni as'aluka min fadlik. If you remember, if you memorize these 5 etiquettes of mosque, inshallah that will be better for you. And this is not only for your study in your life, this is necessary in your whole life. Okay, now I will discuss about the important information about sawm. Number 1, the word meaning of sawm. What is the meaning of sawm? Sawm means self-control, to abstain from eating and drinking and some other forbidden activities from dawn to dusk. This is called sawm. And then in Persian language, sawm is called roza. Many of the times we are saying roza, but we don't know what type of language is roza. Roza is the Persian language and sawm is the Arabic language. What Allah said in the Holy Quran, sawm, Allah used the Holy Quran, kutiba alaykumus siyam. In the Holy Quran, Allah said use this word. And then number 3, position of sawm is 4th, next to iman, salat and zakat. Dear students, in your book there is written position of sawm is 3rd, but I think that's wrong, because according to the hadith, position of sawm is 4th or 5th. Why I am telling 4th or 5th? Because there are 2 type of hadith. One hadith is position of sawm is 4th and another hadith is 5th. That's why I written here 4th. Now another important information, one who denies sawm will become a kafir. On the other hand, one who don't perform sawm without cause will be a biggest sinner. So dear students, if you show any of the cause for not performing the sawm, that will be related to the Islamic Sharia. Without related to Islamic Sharia, if you don't keep the fast, that will not will be correct, that you will be biggest sinner to the Almighty Allah. Okay, then now last number, the basic aim of sawm is to attain taqwa, and taqwa means to fear Allah. Why this is called basic aim of sawm is taqwa? Because when we are performing the sawm, we are fearing the Almighty Allah. Many of the delicious foods we are getting, we can see in the fridge a lot of foods and etc. But we are not taking, we are not eating from early morning to from dawn to dusk. That is the fairness of Allah. Because we fear of Almighty Allah in the performing time of sawm, that's why we are not taking that. Well, now I will discuss the importance of sawm. I have shown there 6 points. Sawm is a compulsory ibadat on all Muslims, rich or poor. So this is not related only for the poor people. This is also related to the rich people. Because sometimes the poor people are not getting the enough food. So they are facing a lot of problem, hungry problem. So the rich people should realize that situation. That's why it's related to the rich and poor. Now number 2, Allah says, O believers, sawm is made compulsory upon you. In Surah Baqarah, Allah said this, ayat number 183, and Allah says, through sawm, you will earn taqwa. It's also in Baqarah 183. This ayat is some long, and that same ayat, Allah said these 2 type of sentence. Now number 4, through sawm, a mu'min is expected to keep himself away from all sorts of sinful activities. Those are the mu'min. They always think when they will think for doing the bad deeds, instantly they will think, I am keeping fast, I am the performer of the roza, I will not do any sinful acts. And then number 5, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, as-sawmu junnatun, means sawm is like a shield. In Bukhari, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam said it. And number 6, sawm refrain us from greed, lust, quarrel, vulgar talks and sinful acts. That's why Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said as-sawmu junnatun, because sawm is like a shield. When you will perform the sawm, your mind will not say for doing the vulgar talks, sinful activities, lust or any kind of sinful acts. That's why this is the as-sawmu junnatun, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam says. And then the niyat of sawm. Dear students, when you are waking from the sleep for taking the sehri, then you will say this: Oh Allah, I have made niyat for the roza tomorrow in the month of Ramadan. You kindly grant me sawm. And then when you are taking the iftari, you will say this dua: Allahumma laka sumtu wa ala rizqika aftartu. And now I will discuss the salat of Tarawih. Salat of Tarawih is related to the sawm, that's why I mention here. The salat of Tarawih is of 20 rakats. This salat is sunnat. This salat is performed after Isha prayer in the month of Ramadan. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, all of the sins of the past of a person who performs salat of Tarawih in the month of Ramadan are forgiven. So dear students, salat of Tarawih is related only to the month of Ramadan. And we will perform 20 rakat of salat of Tarawih after Isha prayer, and this is sunnat. And if you perform the salat of Tarawih, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to the speech of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our all sins Allah will forgive. All past sins Allah will forgive. Allah will not give us punishment. And then last, another important information, that is, there are two happy moments for the performers of the sawm. One is at the time of iftar, and another is when he or she will meet with Allah in Jannah. So this is very much important for the performer of the sawm. Those are performing the sawm, there are two happy moments. One is when they are taking the iftari, and another is when they will meet with Allah in the Jannah. So dear students, that's all for today. Hope you understood my discussion. Keep practicing at home. Obey your parents. Stay safe. See you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.